up for a minute? We gotta get you the fuck out of Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas tonight.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Hey, welcome back, subscribers. And to all the new subscribers, thanks for subscribing. And to all you new visitors, welcome to you guys too. If you find any of the content on here interesting, go ahead and like and subscribe to kind of follow along. I'm not really in this to make money on YouTube, but if it's a way that you think it's good to share with other people this idea, the only way to do it is if you go ahead and do those things and slam the like bell or like button or whatever else people like to creatively say. Anyway, this is going to be just a follow-up in case there are new subscribers that have not seen the other videos on how this process works. I figured I'd just go ahead and explain it once again. I'm going to be using some larger denomination chips just to kind of play around with things and to take things from there. So basically, this is a very simple strategy that is set up and was created for those individuals with no experience playing craps at all and would like to sit down at a bubble craps machine but are really unsure of how to work the machine and therefore might have an inability to get all of the money up on the numbers within the time frame of the machine, which is generally about 20 seconds, 30 seconds is what I like to call it. So anyway, that's why I developed this, and anybody using this very, very, very basic strategy, I think they can come away with a lot of money, or not a lot of money, but with enough to where they could be happy with playing the game and not being too intimidated by sitting down at a hardtop table. So anyway, having said that, this general idea has nothing to do with the pass line, don't pass. Why? Yes, on the don't pass, you could take your bet down. Hard ways, in my opinion, are going to slowly grind the money out of you over the long run. The same way with the don't come, in my thoughts. If the point is a 6 that this travels to, that's a pretty close chance that you could lose out on that don't come bet. And there's no guarantee it's going to be a 4, 5, 9, or 10. That's going to make it a little bit more comfortable for you based on the combinations of dice. So anyway, I'm only focusing in on these numbers right here, which is nice because I have the ability to control the game. I have the ability to turn these bets off if I wish. If I'm getting some gut feeling that says, hey, you know what, we're on our 6th roll, and I really have a feeling this is going to go south, I could turn those bets off and patiently wait for that 7 because I know in the back of my mind the average shooter only rolls 6 or 7 times before a 7 out. So anyway, that's pretty much how this is based on. I like going with that. Sometimes I'll extend it further, but I know the protection of that next roll that happens is going to be sufficient enough to cover the bets that are already on the board after that loss. So anyway, having said that, let's go ahead and roll it up and do a little demo for you. Doesn't really matter when you're first starting out. You could walk basically up to any board whenever it's playing on a hard top. So long as that point is established, you're okay. And just kind of roll it up. And then that happens, which is okay. It'll give you a good idea of how to recover from that right away. You want your point to be established directly at the come out roll. Why is this reducing the expectations of that 7 coming up by all means possible. Because you have a lot of money at risk here and you want to protect that by all means possible. So I'm going to lay out my hundreds, which again, to figure this out, you just take the number denomination, multiply it by 4, and that's pretty much where it's going to be. In the previous case, we had 25s, and there you have it. So anyway, let's go ahead and push this for 1. I'm going to clear it out. Then I'm going to reduce back down to my 25s. And I'm going to roll it up. And I don't have my bets working. Maybe I can do it, without playing with that screen. Just kind of hit it up, roll it. Wait for my green machines to go ahead and to do its deal. Okay, again, I'm going to make sure that the point is established directly after at the at the come out roll, which it wasn't. So I'm going to wait for the 7. Had I put money up there, that would have been a loss. So that's the one reason why I only go for one roll at this level. Is again, in this case, you have $400 on the line. If you're up money, then yeah, you can go ahead and progress up to this level. Or if you just want to sit down with $1,000 and play with this, that's kind of how I would do it. First roll didn't happen. I'm going to clear it out. Again, wait for that 7. That was the point. There's the 7. I'm going to go ahead and wait. Take my hundies, my black widows, because you never know when they're going to come out and bite you. Knock on wood that doesn't happen here. And I'm going to clear it out after I establish that point. Clear it out, drop down to my 25s. And I'm just going to roll it out and hope for a nice long run. It's kind of a short, choppy game, which is good because it'll give you an idea of the realism behind sitting down sometimes at a craps table or a bubble craps table, because it gets choppy. And this is a nice way to recover. Or it has the ability to recover quite well. There's the 6. It was established directly at the come out roll. So again, I'm going to hit it for just 1. I'm going to roll it again, clear it out, drop down to my 25s. And I'm just going to roll it out and hope for a nice long one. Again, wait till the point is established directly at the come out roll, which it is. Drop my money down here. I'm going to hit it for just 1. And that happens. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to recover, which is kind of nice, because I can give you that opportunity to see it, because it doesn't happen very often. Point was established. Again, I'm going to just start at that level again. I'm going to roll it to establish it, clear it out, and then I'm going to wait for that 7. Again, I want to reduce the expectations of that 7 by all means possible. I'm going to go ahead and hit the hundreds again for just 1 roll, clear it out. There's the 7. Had I kept on, that would have happened, so that kind of saved my rumperoo. Drop the hundreds down again. There it is. I'm going to clear it out, wait for the 7. And you have to think like that professional poker player that sits patiently, waiting for that perfect hand to strike. I've done a lot of tournament play, and I can remember sitting there sometimes for, God, 30, 45 minutes waiting for the right set of 8 cards that I play, while at the same time letting everybody else go out of their money and go out earlier than myself. Puts me up in standings if I wait patiently for others to make their mistakes, or however they choose to do so. Kind of sucks when you're on the wrong side of a hand. I experienced that in Las Vegas. I was like, oh man, come on. Okay, I'm going to hit it. Nope, didn't happen. There's the 7 had I have continued on. So there's the 7 again. There it is. Ready to, oops, lay these widows out there, so to speak. Roll it up for 1. Clear it. And I'm going to wait for that 7. I don't have to, but there it was. So once again, now at this level it doesn't matter because I'm just going to be dropping down to my 25s and then treating it like I was before. Again, waiting for, nope, it didn't work. I don't want to push it. Again, I want to reduce the expectations of that 7. Seven, there it is. Drop my hundreds down. Roll it up. There's the 1. Clear it out. Drop it down to my 25s. Just going to run it out. Oops. Good. It's giving you a lot of opportunities of a choppy table or machine, whichever one you want to call it. Hit it for 1. Roll it. Roll it. Here's the 7. 7 again. 7 again. Alright, clear it out. Drop back down. Now, in that case, I don't have to. I'm going to bring this to a close. Because, again, I want to stop at that top tier. Because if I were to lay out those 25s, I would have to have 4 rolls or 4 wins before I'd have to take the risk at that higher level once again. And I want to go ahead and keep that from happening. Excuse me. So I'm happy with a 289 win. That's generally how you would work it. And this was a nice opportunity to see or to show you guys how I recover from a loss at that top tier, and both times was successful. So anyway, having said that, that'll give you a brief idea of how I play this simple strategy, and I hope you guys would test it not only on a simulator, but also with your own dice. You don't have to have felt. You just roll the dice, add them up, and then whenever you have a loss, you just subtract it and keep adding it up from there, and that'll keep it easy for you guys. And that's how I do it if I don't want to drag out my felt. So anyway, having said that, you guys have a great day, better tomorrow, and I'll leave you with a little bit of Thai, and that is Chokti Kap, which means best of luck to you. You guys take it easy.